Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to TV19's cablecast of Winchester men's softball. Tonight we have a great game for you, the All-Star game here, which we broadcast every year. Jay Hosman here behind the mic with Don Cronin's able crew in the booth. And there's the first pitch of the game, Jim Doherty from Weld Insurance with a ball. At the plate, Kevin Coughlin, and there's a line drive base hit to left center. Abigail takes the ball, and the leadoff batter is on here. A line drive base hit. All right, now we have Johnny O'Connell from R2 Winchester, the Royal 2 Cleaners, and there's a line shot up the middle and a double. And that, as I've gone over many times before, is the short porch out in right field. The first 3 or 4 hits that go up there normally during the season are doubles, and after that it's a single all the way. And I think in the All-Star game it's unlimited. As many hits as go up there, that's as many double as you get. And that was Johnny O'Connell with the wall ball double. And now it's Artie Welsh from Nino's at the plate. There's a ball too high. Doherty will stay up there with his pitches. Jim Doherty, a veteran from Wild Insurance, played a number of years here. Ronnie DiVincenzo behind the plate. 1-1 the count here on Artie Welsh from Nino's. There's a ball, hit the plate, 2-1 the count. As I say, this is the All-Star game. The A team versus A division team versus the B division team. Ground ball to short. Home, and he's out of there. Ooh, nice play all around. Ground ball to the shortstop, Bob Macaluso, who held the runner at third, throws over to the first baseman, Scott Humber, and he takes the throw and throws out Kevin Coughlin, trying to score from third after being held smartly by Bob Macaluso. And that brings us essentially with a double play to the left-handed hitting pitcher, George Stewart from Azonics. And there's a base hit, and the first run of the game is scored. Johnny O'Connell scores the first run of the game, and it's 1-0. The B team is up. Okay. And George Stewart with a line drive base hit, and he gets the RBI here. Vandy French from the Falcons is up here, the right center fielder for the Falcons. And he hits a ground ball to the shortstop, Bob Macaluso. Nice grounder to shortstop, a nice easy bounce, and the fielder's choice for Vandy French, but not before the B team breaks out on top. And so after a half inning of play, the B team takes the lead initially here, 1-0, and the A team will be coming up. In 5 years of broadcasting so far, we've never had a B team victory. This puts a little bit of pressure on the A team, or more pressure on the A team each year, because they have to kind of uphold the standard, as it were. Just like to, by the way, thank Don Cronin and his able crew for coming down here and broadcasting this tonight, because this, in part, is a charity event that helps out with a number of causes that the Winchester Men's Softball League is in. And I will get to naming the rest of the crew as soon as I can. I wanted to first mention the names of the umpires this evening. We have behind the dish, as those who really play softball would say, David McDonald. And on the bases, Kevin Bradley this evening. Normally this is a 7-inning contest during the regular season, but as it is the All-Star game, and we want to give all the players that have been elected to the All-Star game a chance to play, we'll play 9 innings this evening, starting you out with our first broadcast. And starting you out here in pitching is George Stewart, and there's a ball deep. Stewart with a good pitch, with a good pitching motion and a nice high arc, keeps it up there, mixes it up well. There's a ground ball to the first baseman, smartly played by hold on one second here, Johnny O'Connell, that is, over there. And 1 away. Okay, at the plate, Dickie Queen from the Mudcats, the right center fielder for the A team. And Stewart starts him off with a strike. There's a fly ball to right field, fairly deep. It might get up on the wall or it might go foul. Ooh, nice play out there in right field. Nice play by Kevin Coughlin, the man that was thrown out at the plate. Sort of makes up for his little base running. I guess they couldn't call it a mistake, though, because he was just being aggressive. But, and that's a good thing to do. I mean, you have to do what you can do under the circumstances. Here's Albie Cale, CIA Insurance, Carroll's Insurance. And there's a foul ball, foul right field. You'll see even a lot of strong right-handed hitters hitting up towards the wall up there, because it is, like I say, a short porch. It's 200 feet, maybe, at the line, at the most. Well, I guess maybe 200. There's a pitch outside. George Stewart tempting Albie with another pitch outside to think he might be able to hit it up there. There's a short one there, and there's a drive, base hit, and that could get through. No, nice, smartly played. Albie's coming, though. No play there, though. And hustled double by Albie Cale with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first, and the B team leading on the RBI single by George Stewart, which scored Johnny O'Connell from third. Here's Bob Macaluso, the shortstop, who had a couple of plays in the top of the first. At the plate, he takes the first hit and drives it right back up, and Albie's coming home. It looks like, yep, he's on his way. And that's just what they wanted to see, right back here. Okay, Scott Humber, the first baseman, is up. He pops it up, and the catcher's got it. Calls it and does not make the play. And that can come back to... And that may be the problem, that he doesn't want to be in here. The catcher called it, Bob McFargen, but did not make the play. And there's a ground ball, fair ball. And Macaluso stops at second. Jeez, and a ground ball to the right fielder. And I mean, that was down the line, just barely fair, you would think. You could get to third on that. Maybe he has a leg problem somewhere that we're not aware of. So, all this damage with 2 outs here, first and second, and there's a line drive base hit to left center field. Picked. And John Dieter, left-handed batting left fielder, still makes the play out there. And I mean, drives the run in there with the ball hit to left center field. It's off field, sort of punched the ball out there. And there's the play, though, by the shortstop, Kevin Johnstone, and that ends the inning, but not before the A team, as we'll call them, answers back. The A Division All-Star team answers back with 2 runs of their own, and so after an inning, we have what appears to be a pretty good contest here, 2-1 in favor of the A team. Like I say, this is an annual event. We've been doing this every year. I think it's 5 or 6 years now, if I'm not mistaken. And each time we've had a very good contest, usually in the beginning, and then after a while, the abilities of the B division teams start to show through. I mean, the A team starts to go through. It's not a matter of strengths or speed. Both teams hit pretty well and run pretty well. Sometimes it's a matter of mechanics, where to throw the ball and not to throw the ball around and stuff like that. Experience sometimes is the key factor here. Although this looks to be a pretty solid B division team from what I've seen so far. And we're going to start out with Larry Pacios. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He's from the Bachuchis team, and he's playing third base this evening. There's a foul, and it looks like it's out of play. So the third baseman, Lonnie Arico, will let that drop. And there's the familiar ring of the ice cream man and all the kids. And we usually have a good crowd here, and we do again tonight. And they all rush to the ice cream wagon, especially a hot evening. It's a little cooler now. It's hot during the day. There's a pop-up to Ronnie Rico. And this one is in play, and so there's one out by Pecios. There's a foul pop there. I guess it was in foul territory. Johnny Ganji up. He's the left center fielder for the B Division team, and he's also plays for Royal 2 Winchester. He takes a strike from Doherty. 2 good pitches here. There's a line drive to left field, and that's caught out there by John Veter, and that's 2 away. Excuse me. And now we have the left-handed hitting shortstop Kevin Johnstone. Made a nice play on the line drive by Matt Souza in the bottom of the first. There's a line drive base hit right on the line, and that gets by the right fielder, and that's going to be at least 2, and he slows down there, so it looks like that's all he wants. And Johnstone puts himself in scoring position with 2 outs here. And we're going to bring Mike Berry up from the Falcons, the second baseman. Each team is represented every year. And there's a little base hit down the left field line, and the left fielder, Ronnie DiVincenzo, making the calls from the catching position, which is always a smart move, you know, to let everybody know. And he saw that Johnstone was not going to go, so he cut it off. He called for it to be cut off, and Enrico takes the throw, and which was charged well up there by John Veter, which prevents the run from scoring, and holds the runner at first as well. So now, with 2 outs and men on first and third, we have 2-0 count on John Holdway, the left fielder. He's plays for R2 Boobin, and there's a ground ball to the second baseman, picked nicely by Dan Crowell, throws to the first baseman Humber, and no further damage. So after 1.5, the B team is behind the A team here, still 2-1. It's always a good event here every year. As I say, there's a good crowd here, a lot of people observing. A lot of guys, as they get older, have family and stuff, and the family comes down and watches, and some of the younger guys have pals that come down. There's usually a good little apportionment of individuals in right field out in the short porch there, jeering and cheering, as it were. So here's Jimmy Doherty. Often see him catching and pitching. And he can hit to all fields. There's a ball outside. Hopefully in the 5th inning we're going to have a visit from each of the managers of the teams. There's a shot down the left field line, fair, and that's not going to be gotten by Holdway. And Jimmy Doherty, who doesn't run well since his injury, gets the 2. He wanted 3, and he was hoping he would get the vote of the umpire for the bases, Kevin Bradley, but it was not to be. And Mr. Doherty starts us off with a double here in the bottom of the 2nd, with the A team already leading 2-1. Nicky Asaro, the right fielder, hits a shot to left field. Holdway comes in, charges the ball, bobbles a little bit. He throws it in. No further advance. Doherty must be happy with 1 base. And Asaro with the single to left. And so Crowell, who made a nice play to end the top of the 2nd, is the second baseman, and he's going to step in, and he hits a shot to left field, but it's more up than out. Holdway catches it, Doherty will score and Acero will score. But they give up the run, sacrifice fly. And so the 18 stretches its lead, doubles its lead there, and Ronnie DiVincenzo, this catcher, is at the plate. There's a shot to center field, and they're not waiting too many pitches here. Asaro will go to third, where the ball hit to right center field. No further advance is possible as DiVincenzo flies out. And that brings up Ronnie Arrico, the third baseman, who is in the bottom of the order here. Ronnie Arrico plays for the Noble Insurance team. There's a fly to right center field, and that's deep. And they're not going to get that. That's up against the wall out there, and Arrico is on his way to third. There's a bobble out there. This may allow Ronnie to score. He's hustling in. He's coming in, and here's the throw into the plate, and it's over the head of the catcher. And no chance. The relay taken by the second baseman out there, Mike Berry, was overthrown. Bob McFargent had no chance, and Arrico with the home run out to right center field. What a shot that was. It looked like kind of a lazy fly ball when it left the bat, but it just kept carrying, and the air is not, the air is helping out a little, holding up the air, holding the ball up a little bit with the weight of the water vapor in the air. This travels pretty well. And he took a tremendous shot out there into right center field and runs pretty good. There's an easy ground ball to the first baseman. O'Connell picks it up, steps on first to end the inning, but not before the A-team puts up another 3-spot. And so Tom Moffrey, who grounded out twice to the pitcher, is out, but 3 more runs, and now it's 5-2 here. 5-1, excuse me, in favor of the A-team over the B-team. Well, we've seen a little bit of everything so far. Some good hitting, some good defense. I think so far the A-team looks a little bit more solid all the way through. Of course, we still have ways to go here, and I'm sure the B-team is not going to let a few runs deter them. Every one of these guys has probably played in 3 games this year where 10 runs were scored against them and they still won it, so this is not a game where you're going to lose. You may lose, but you're not always going to lose by letting the team score 5 runs. That's not usually a problem. There's a ground ball to the first baseman. Nice play by Scott Umber. And there's one away. Here in the top of the third, one out. Kevin Coughlin, who singled to left center field in the first, and they play him to. There's a pop. And DiVincenzo stumbles, and gets up and makes the play smartly. Does not take his eye off that ball and makes a nice play there. It didn't look as graceful as you might like, but I prefer the results to the appearance myself. Seen a lot of hot doggers drop balls. There's a strike there by Doherty right after O'Connell. There's a shot to right center field, and that looks like a shade short there. The right fielder, Nicky Asaro, takes it in. And he's from Carroll Insurance as well, and so after 2.5, the B team is still down here, 5-1. And just like you might hear me on several different occasions mentioning the names of the teams that these play for. These teams are all sponsored by people, and they expect, probably not much in return. Their name might appear in the paper during standings and all that sort of thing. But generally speaking, the rewards are small. They're just supporting the people of the community in which they're involved. And so if we can give them a little mention every once in a while, we do. And also, I'd like to mention Easton Sports, who provided the caps and several of the accoutrements of the game today. They're one of the sponsors of the All-Star Game and another sponsor of the charities that Winchester men's softball is involved in. Here's Dickie Queen at the plate from the Mudcats. He flew to the right fielder, Kevin Coughlin, in the first, and there's another fly ball to right field. I don't know if that's going to be up on the wall or not. No, Coughlin's still there, and he makes another good play out there. Robs Dickie Queen twice, and Dickie gives him a second glance like, you know, this is an all-star game. You don't want me to look too bad, do you? But nevertheless, two great plays out there by Coughlin. And keeps Queen in his over. And Albie Kale, who doubled and scored the first run in the first inning. He hit a shot that the right center fielder, Vandy French, had to run to cut off, and Albie hustled it into a single. Vandy French takes this one, and he turns it in. And Johnstone takes the throw. Mike Berry made a stab at that, but that was by him before he had a chance really to get at it. And so it's a single, one on here, one out. And Bob Macaluso, who singled and drove in the first run, the shortstop here. There's a ground ball. Johnstone makes a nice play, and his throw is a little high. He gets the out at second, but his throw is a little high, and I think a good decision made by the first baseman, O'Connell. He jumps up and catches that instead of trying to make a stab and get the out. Maybe get the out or maybe not, or giving a base away. He jumps up, makes sure he catches it, and loses touch with the bag, and the umpire calls him safe. There's a foul from Scott Humber, the first baseman, who singled to right field in the first. And this ball inside, 1-1 the count. Excuse me, every once in a while I'm pausing. I'm doing my homework, as it were, writing down the things that have been happening in the game. Oh, tough play there. They had him, I don't know how he snuck that ball through there, because they had O'Connell off the bag and Berry playing him as if to pull, and there was like maybe 10 feet between the two guys, and he hit a shot right in between them, and neither one of them could get the ball. So I guess they must have him green carded pretty well. That's where he hit the ball last time, but here's Veter, who hit a ground ball, and this pitcher knocks it down, throws to first. Veter was pretty fast. He almost beat that out. Grounds to the pitcher, and for the first time this game, the B team holds the A team without a run. I understand we're pretty much due for a break. Is that correct, guys? We ready to do a break here? Anybody let me know? Can we do a break here? Is that what you want to do? I guess we're going to run into a little break here, so I'll get back to you in just a minute.
Daphne and Diane Psychic New Age Entertainment is now on your community television channel. Call in or be part of our audience at Winchester Community Television.
We have guest astrologers, psychics, crystal healers, and many more to answer questions about your love, money, and career issues. Just call us and learn about how you can heal your body, mind, and spirit.
It's fun.
It's Psychic Entertainment with Diane
and Daphne.
The Family Doctor has been around for generations.
You'll just look straight ahead. We'll see if there's any cataract or any other abnormality.
To find one doctor who can care for all your generations, contact the Massachusetts Academy of Family Physicians or the Malden Hospital Family Health Center.
Perhaps your future's up in the air, and you just don't know it. Aim high. Air Force.
And we're on. Okay, well, we'd had a little activity while we were off. Artie Welsh singled, and George Stewart lined out to the second baseman, so there's one out with one on here in the top of the fourth, and the A team leading the B team 5-1. And now we have Vandy French from the Falcons up at the plate. And he takes a strike from Jim Doherty. There's a ground ball, and Jim Doherty has to go off his glove. Oh, and no play there. Johnstone hustling all the way. Artie Welsh hustling all the way. And Vandy French, on the error by Jim Doherty, is on. So 2 men on here with 1 out. And a threat beginning. Larry Pacios, who popped on a foul pop to the third baseman in the first inning, is up at the plate here. And he's got a ball on him there, deep. Good eye. Tempting little pitch. Looked like he was going to have a shot at. Oh, there's a shot down the left field line. Foul. 1-1 the count here. The A team trying to mount a little attack. 2 on, 1 out. Pacios from Bertucci's at the plate. The third baseman hasn't had any activity in the field. Ooh, just outside. 2-1. Doherty's body English trying to pull that in, but couldn't quite do it. There's a shot, and he's obviously a dead pull hitter here. 2-2 the count now. Pacios putting himself in a hole with 2 line drives, but both foul, and he's got 2 strikes. And of course, in the league, 2 foul on the foul on the third strike, and you're out. Can't foul the ball all day. So Pacios 2-2. That's short. We get a full count here, and Pacios would probably be happy with a walk here with the 2 strikes on him. Oh, I shouldn't say happy, but he'd settle for it. There's a pop to the left fielder, and he's coming in, but he's camped under it now. That's John Viter, camped under the fly ball by Pacios. And 2 down here, so it's going to take a safety by Johnny Ganji to keep this going, and he lined out to the left fielder in his first at bat. Viter had his number this time. Last time, excuse me. There's a nice strike by Doherty, just past the dish. Theatrics, and he lines that one, and that's going to bounce in, and that took a funny bounce. DiVincenzo. And DiVincenzo holds the ball too long. There was a rundown play there. I didn't want to say anything while they were filming here, so let me recount this for you. The 2 guys who caught at second base, the guy that got the hit there, Johnny Ganji, went to second on the throw, and Vandy French had stuck at second, and so there was 2 at second base, and Ronnie held the ball. Ronnie DiVincenzo smartly held the ball and ran at the runner, but he snuck in under the tag as Ronnie Rico was unable to hold on to the throw that DiVincenzo made. It was a good throw, but would have been a close play in any case, but Rico dropped it, and French was safe. There's a line drive base hit, and Asaro has to go off his glove, and that bounds over to the right center fielder. Dickie Queen holds the runner, but not before 2-run score here. And so Artie Welsh scores, and I don't think the ball changes the run scoring or anything, really, because Kevin Johnstone is still at first. And so there's a 2-run single. And there's an illegal pitch. Doherty reaching the ceiling. 6 to 12 foot arc, excuse me, and he's over that a little bit. There's the left field, and he hits it down the left field line, and that's going to drop in there. And Viter smartly waits it out, picks it up, doesn't allow any extra advance, but Berry is 2 for 2 with 2 singles down the left field line, and now get with Johnstone at second and Berry at first, and 2 outs. John Holdway will be up from the Woburn Royal 2 Cleaners. And there's a pop. That's Nick Asaro's ball, and he's right there. Makes the play. But the damage is done as Johnny Ganji drives in 1, and Kevin Johnstone drives in 2. And so after after 3.5, we go into the bottom of the 4th with the A team holding a slim 5-4 lead. Wanted to mention tonight, by the way, the crew that was assisting us this evening, Tom McNamara and Chris March are handling the handheld cameras, and Tim MacArthur is up with the dangerous duty on top of the van. I just want to mention that Tony Ganji will be visiting us, I hope, in the top of the 5th, and Tony Menounos in the bottom of the 5th, or I may have that reversed. But each of the coaches, Andy Ganji, coaching the B Division team, the B Division All-Stars, and Tony Menounos coaching the A Division All-Stars. And here comes Matt Souza to the plate. Matt Souza, he's from PCS, which is the team that seems to have the most entries here. They get 3 players. It's an air pressure company in the Winchester area. Ooh, that's a nice pitch. We have a pitching change here, it looks like. Stewart is out. Looks like we have a couple of changes around the diamond, and I'm not sure who they are. There's Johnstone, though. He's still playing shortstop, and he takes the liner from Matt Souza. Jim Doherty now will get up and bat for Wild, and that's twice Souza has lined out to Johnstone, who seems positioned pretty well, and it's usually the reason guys like that get out when line drives. Hit the ball well and nothing to show for it twice. There's a line drive, and Johnstone is still equal to the task. 2 line drives and 2 outs. And now Nicky Asaro will step up, the right fielder. Had a little bobble out there in the top half of this inning, but didn't really change any of the scoring. The 2 guys are going to score, and the guy stayed at first. So there's a shot to right, and that's down the line, and fair ball. Double with 2 outs, and they're going to do it again. He's already singled and scored a run. He's singled to left, and he's doubled to right here. Nicky Asaro showing his ability to hit to all fields. So with 2 outs, he's in scoring position. And now Danny Cromwell will come to the plate. Danny Crowell, will come to the plate. He's the second baseman for the Mudcats during the regular season. And there's a line drive, and Johnston puts out all 3 outs with 3 catches on 3 line drives. So, after 4, the A team with a slim 5-4 lead over the B team All-Stars. And hopefully we're going to get those changes. The coaches promised me they'd give me these changes. I recognize a couple of the guys out there, but so far I haven't received any of them. I'm going to have Andy, I think, is going to come out in the top of the 5th here and give me the changes. Excuse me while I do a little cleaning up of paperwork here. Okay. The boys are visiting there at the home plate. Ronnie's visiting with the other catcher. The 2 catchers are talking about guys that know each other. There's a strike from Dots, as they call him, Jimmy Doherty. There's a legal pitch. Doherty always testing that ceiling. 1-1 the count here in the top of the 5th with the A team up by 1. The ground ball to Scott Humber, and he makes the play unassisted. And McFargen, for the 2nd time, is out on the ground ball to first. And so with 1 out, Kevin Coughlin, who singled in the 1st and was thrown out trying to go to home on a ground ball to the shortstop after the throw to first. This looks like a substitution here, and I'm not going to be able to tell you who this is just yet. I'm sure I'll get this information, but for right now, we'll just say ground ball to the shortstop. Picked up, and Macaluso makes the play. I believe is that still Bob Macaluso? I'm not sure now. No, I don't think it is. Bob Macaluso. Oh, yes, it is. Yeah, he plays for Murray Shoe. There's a ground ball that dribbles away from the third baseman. There's no one there to cover first. So, hustle on the error at the third first baseman. And O'Connell is 1 for 3, but he's on here with 2 outs. And Artie Welsh. It's a ground ball to shortstop. Nice room service hop. Flips over to the second baseman, Crowell, and Macaluso to Crowell, and that's it. So, a quick top of the 5th. And after 4.5, the B team still down 1 here. A team 5, B team 4. Just like to mention once again the nice job that Don Cronin's crew does. They do this every year. In fact, we do quite a few broadcasts here from Ginfield, which is where we are this evening. I want to remind everybody that we're not here live, that we're here only on a tape delay basis. So I hope you do enjoy the games. And by the way, there are games here Monday through Thursday. They start around 6:15 or 6:30, and they run till 9:30 or so at night. So if you want to come down and watch some amateur ball being played, there's very little charge, I understand. Actually, of course, it's amateur and nobody's paying, but there's some good games going on here, and you can enjoy them any weeknight, Monday through Thursday. I think it's just Sunday through Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. So come on down and enjoy the guys playing. We're going to go to the bottom of the 5th here with the A team leading the B team. 4-1, 5-4, excuse me, 4-1. Where'd that come from? 5-4. Rented memory, I guess. Okay, Ronnie DiVincenzo, who plays for the Pierce Insurance, flies to right center field, and the right center fielder takes it in out there. That would be Vandy French, still in right center field, I believe. And so with 1 out, Ronnie Arrico is up at the plate. He's the third baseman. And I was kind of hoping we'd get a visit from somebody here, but so far, I guess sometimes they get involved in the game and they kind of falls behind them a little bit. What their other duties are here. I don't really want to call them duties, but you know, there are other things that we'd like to have done. Getting the names of all the players in. There's a nice pitch thrown in. I recognize this pitcher. He used to play for the Pirates at one time. I'm not sure who he pitches for now, but always been a pretty good pitcher. There's a ground ball base hit by Ronnie Arrico up into the left center fielder and Johnny Ganji. And so with 1 out, there's 1 on here. And Tom Moffrey is at the plate. Tom's DHing this evening. And he's grounded out twice to the first baseman, who was a new man at this time. I'm not sure who the first baseman is now. Unfortunately, the B Division has made their changes, and I'm not sure who the B Division players are. I'm much more familiar with the A Division. 1-1 the count here on Offrey. And he lays off a pitch that's a little bit wide. 2-1 the count. Dickie Queen on deck, who's 0 for 2 on 2 fine plays by the right fielder. And there it is, 3-1 wide. Here's a ground ball to second. Thrown to, Kevin Johnston holds on to it smartly. It wasn't hit hard enough to really turn two. Excuse me, it wasn't hit directly at somebody. And in softball, the distances for the bases are only 65 feet. So you have to have something hit hard right at somebody in order to have a chance to turn two. That key, they get Offrey on the fielder's choice, and Offrey, of course, is at first, but they get Arrico out at second, and so keep him out of scoring position. had Dickie Queen at the plate, who's taken 2 bids at right field, and both times Kevin Coughlin, who's out of the game now, was equal to the task. Maybe he'll test this new right fielder. Yep, that's what he's going to do, but that's a foul ball out of play. Deep up into the woods there, but well foul. Queen 0-2 on the count here. And there's a ground ball, base hit, back up the middle. Offrey thinks about advancing, but doesn't. And Johnston takes the throw in from Ganji. So now we have 2 outs and 2 on here. And Albie Kale, who was 2 for 2 with 2 base hits, a single and a double to right field, actually, right center field, a hustle double, really. Calby takes it inside. Upright stance. He hits it to right field, and it's going to be foul. 1-1 the count. Albie Kale with a bid. For a double. Is the pitch. Kale hits a line drive base hit. Oh, and that's stabbed up over his head, and that goes by the right center fielder who's backing up, and this Cal is going to round the bases, or at least he's going to try. No chance to get him, though. Kale with the tremendous speed, good power. And he puts 3 in here with 2 outs. The single and the 3-base error there as the right fielder gets a bad bounce, but it still makes him 3 for 3, and he'll get 1 RBI out of that. And the other 2 is going to be unearned as the right fielder had the ball go off his glove, and it went by the right center fielder, French. And there's a line drive base hit by Macaluso, or is that Macaluso? I'm not sure. Can't tell. I don't think it is, but just waiting for some changes here. All I'm going to get these in the bottom of the 5th anyway. So there's a pop-up to right center field, and they're all playing him so deep that he gets through, and the right center fielder recovers enough to keep any advance from Macaluso. So now all this damage with 2 outs. Humber. And now Johnny Vito's at the plate, and he hits a line drive to Ganji. And nice play there at the plate. He makes Macaluso go around him, but Macaluso tags the plate after he goes by, and Vito with the RBI. And Humber goes to 3rd on the throw-in, although a good try by the new catcher almost caught him off the bag. There's another new player. Ooh. A little ice cream cone there at second base, but nevertheless the play is made. So the line drive. But let me see now, just to be sure I'm counting this up. Okay.
Substitutes right here for right fielders, Nick Bowers.
We're going to take a break here, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Go ahead.
All right, I'm sorry. Right field.
Remember how good it felt the first time you gave 5? Well, now there's another way to give 5. Set a goal to give more. 5 hours a week and 5% of your income to the causes you care about. It'll make you feel like a winner every day of your life. So give more. Give 5. Call 1-800-55-GIVE-5.
questions are you under?
He's Onyx. Okay.
If I need to change,
Great. Appreciate it. Yep. Okay, we're going to go back in 1 second here. Okay, we're back here. We had a little change there. There's a shot deep into right center field. Oh, and here goes Mike Breen, who was I had Artie Welsh out last inning on a fielder's choice. Okay. There's a ground ball to the third base. Nice play. Oh, smart play. Artie Welsh hit the ground ball. Was at third on his base, his triple, and on the ensuing play, the ground ball to the short third baseman Ronnie Arrico. He held. Artie Welsh was too far off the bag, and he had him in a rundown, but he ran back to third, nobody covering, and Breen is safe at first. Michael Breen. There's a ground ball to second base. Picked up, thrown over to the shortstop. Safe at first, and the run scores. A fielder's choice single there on the last play, and this is a fielder's choice of the second baseman, and the run scores here. And with us we have now Tony Menounos, who is the commissioner and the coach of the A Division team. How you doing, Tony?
Good. How's it going?
Not too bad. Tony's over here to give us a little insight into the A Division and what's happening in the league this year. I hope you can stay around for an inning, Tony.
Sure,
There's a pop to left field. Albie Kale coming in. He has it, calls it off. Vandy French, who's pinch running for Breen, goes back to first. And there's two away. How's it going this year with commissioning? You like it?
It's a lot tougher than I expected, but it's challenging.
I think I've heard that from every commissioner so far.
Oh, yeah.
So what changes have you got for us now?
In the game so far, we're going to put Jeff Murphy from the Pirates. He's going to be going in at the DH position for Tom Offrey.
Mm-hmm. And how are these guys doing this year?
I'll tell you, the A-League and the B-League both have turned out to be very competitive this year. We're fortunate. A lot of towns seeing a decline in the teams, and Winchester's holding steady. We've got a nice program going.
That's great. I think things like this, like Don Cronin broadcasting the games, helps a lot. You know, when people knows, and the guys that are sponsoring the teams, which keeps the team, the commission league going, as well as good commissioners and interested players. There's a fly ball to left field. Excuse me, Tony. Fly ball to left field, and Ganji is out, but one run is scored here, and so the B team is still down, but they close the gap a little bit here. I make it to be 5. Let's see, it was 5-4, and now they're 5, and they scored 4.
We got 9 to 5.
So that's what I have, 9-5. There you go. So after 5.5, we have a 9-5 score. This is a great thing too. We have a lot of people down here. We usually have a pretty good crowd every year.
Yeah, it's nice. You get a lot of the players who are coming down to root on some of their guys, and the parents come down as well, and some of the guys' wives and kids get to come down. So
the older ones have family, and the younger ones have friends that shows up. But it's always a good crowd, and it's a good place to see a game. Like I say, during the week. Now you guys don't play on Sunday, right?
Sundays Friday and Sundays we use for makeup nights for potential rainouts, and with the B League playing on Fridays and the A on Sundays.
So you just play Monday through Thursday. So if anybody wanted to catch a game, come down and see a game. Say between 6 and 9 o'clock at night. The game's starting.
Oh yeah, we got Tuesdays and Thursdays are the B League nights, and A League plays Monday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
And within the next couple of weeks, both will be playing on both nights because we'll have the playoffs.
Oh yeah, that's right. When do the playoffs start? I'm glad you mentioned that.
They're probably going to start up. We got a few makeups to do, and
Go ahead. Excuse me. There's a line drive by Doherty to start off the bottom of the 6th here, and that's his second line out. He lined out to Johnstone in the 4th, and so that's one out. Go ahead.
Jay, just excuse me for just a minute. I'm going to have to go over just to put in some of the subs.
Absolutely. Go ahead. Great. Thanks for your time. That's Tony Menounos, who's the commissioner. I mean, he's also coaching tonight, so he's kind of running back and forth here, giving us a little insight into what's going on with the league and what's going on with the teams in the league. This is Nick Asaro's substitute right fielder. He plays for. There's a line drive. Oh, and that's by the diving left fielder out there. That's Nick Bowers, and he's hustling. He's going to turn this into a triple. There it is. I like it. His first name is Ronnie. I can't give you any more than that, but you have to understand that we don't exactly have statisticians and everyone else helping us out here. And of course, the All-Star team is a bunch of guys that just come down, play, have some fun. But they're the best players on their teams, and they get voted in by their teammates and their coaches. Certain guys get nominated, and the coach picks a guy that's representing his team well and stuff. There's a line drive base hit to right center field, picked up by French out there. That'll drive in the right fielder who tripled, and so that right field position has done some pretty good, put up some pretty good offensive numbers here as they've single, doubled, and tripled here in the first 6 innings. And I recognize that guy, but I can't remember his name. I'm not great with names, unfortunately. Numbers, yes. Names, no. Here's Ronnie DiVincenzo's substitute catcher. And there's a ground ball past the shortstop, Kevin Johnstone, and that puts men on first and second with 1 out still here. And Ronnie Arrico, third baseman's up at the plate. There's a fly ball to left field by Arrico. The left fielder, Nick Bowers, is out there, makes the play, throws it in, and no advance by the runners. So, with 2 outs here. Tom Moffrey's replacement, Jeff Murphy, will come in. And he hits a foul ball, just foul down the left field line. That's Jeff Murphy. He plays for the Pirates. And he's going to go in and play as a DH. Okay, we're going to take a break here at the end of this inning. This is the bottom of the 6th here. And we still have a 10-5 score so far here. And there's a ground ball to the shortstop. Picked up. Johnstone takes it unassisted, but not before the A team puts another run on the board and doubles up the B team as they lead them now here, and after 6, 10-5. We're going to take a short break here, and we'll be back in a minute. This is Jay Hosmer for TV19's Cablecast Winchester Men's Softball All-Star Game.
I think that perhaps there's a perception that in maybe 1 or 2 places
have the opportunity to actually participate by calling in.
It intimidates some of the elderly people of the town.
So I welcome you, Dr. Richard, to our Dare to Speak Out show.
Used to be a smoking area at the school, which was littered with cigarettes all the time and filled with smoke.
I'm looking forward for anybody for phone calls. That the telephone number is 721-2050.
Do we have enough alternative activities? And
back here with Tony Menounos, the commissioner, giving me his changes. So what's the how are the teams doing now? What are the teams? Tell me what's going on in the A division in terms of.
From 1 through 7 in the A division, we got a lot of competition this year. Past years there were probably maybe 2, 3 real solid teams, and the others were good competitors. But this year, I'd say 1 through 7 could beat each other, and it's going to be an interesting playoffs with the top 6 teams making it.
Okay. That's great. I'm going to get to the B division in a second, but I just want to just catch people up here. We had an error on the right fielder who's just substituted in. That was Paul Daly, was it not? Yeah, he's playing out in right field. And he had a lazy fly ball out there in right and just overran it a little bit, and Johnstone got on, and he's on second as a result of the error. And now we have Brad Cowan from Spuds at the plate with a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Doherty still pitching. Doherty's quite a story, huh?
Oh yeah, great comeback on his part. A serious leg injury, and he's one of the
pop.
better players in the league for the past,
And the
7
catcher,
years.
Mike Sokolsky, makes the play there. Excuse me, Tony. And so there's one out here. Go ahead.
Well, I was also going to comment on the B League. It's
Right.
what looked
Thank
like
you.
maybe a one-horse race is really shaping up into be
There's a ground ball to shortstop. And the throw to first and 2 outs as Johnstone has to hold the ball hit in front of him. That's still Bob Macaluso out there, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, he's played a great game out there. Both shortstops have played
Both
a great game.
shortstops are really playing a great game. I'll tell you, if it comes down to it, either one of the shortstops or Ron Rico could be our MVPs later on in the game.
Right. We do have an by the way, we do have an MVP each year from the All-Star game.
Sponsored by Easton Sports.
Right. I mentioned that earlier. That's good of them. They need to put a lot of time into this. And he is out of there. Just barely got that down. Macaluso with a high throw. So, Tony, I was going to say now, Easton Sports, they obviously put the hats in, and what else do they do?
Well, they donated the bat and the bat bag, which is kind of an extra for the MVP. We usually do a trophy, and they were nice enough to help us out and give us a bag and a bat. And next year we're looking to build a little bit on the sponsorship. There's other people that contacted us, but it's kind of hectic being a first-year commissioner. It's hard to get everybody you want.
Right.
Shine Glass and a few other companies were trying to help us out.
Could be time for an assistant commissioner. What do you think?
Time for an assistant commissioner. Well, you can always use some help.
Right.
The guys are helpful.
Yeah, they're
the managers on the teams. They help out a lot.
And people come out of nowhere and do little things, and help. I know when Ronnie was not Ronnie. What am I saying? Richie Feeney was managing. Commissioning. He'd had a lot of people that helped him out with different things, And you got to have a little family support and a little support from other players and teams and stuff like that. And it's a good thing. It's kind of a family organization almost in the effect that everybody, sports minded in that sense. There's Dickie Queen leading off here, and he's had a few fly balls to right field, and he doesn't get one out there again. That's his third time bidding for right field, and third time he hasn't been able to get it up there. I remember him used to hitting up there all the time, every swing.
It seems like he's a little off his pace because he doesn't have his bat with him, so he's been tinkering with a couple of the other guys, and it doesn't seem to be working for him. But Albie Kale's not having too much trouble.
No, Albie Kale is 4 for 4. There's another guy that you might want to think about for an MVP. He's had a couple of good hits there. A hustle double in the first on the line drive to right center field that Vandy French cut off, but Albie just hustled it into 2. He had the single that actually drove in 4 runs because it bobbled by the right fielder and then went by the right center fielder who was backing up and was out of position, and it was able to round the bases. He's had quite a night himself here.
It was a hard-hit ball. He's
absolutely.
one of your better players in the league, and
absolutely,
he's been playing for Carroll Insurance Luxury Limo for past 5 years, and
yep,
doing a nice job.
Yep, there's a pop-up to right center field. Out to left field out of play, or actually it was in play, but too far for the left fielder to get to, and so we're at a 1-1 count here on Bob Macaluso, who's played the whole game at short and batted cleanup. Tony, when the playoffs, I wanted to get back to that. The playoffs are the same times on Monday through Thursday?
Right. We use 2 fields, 4 different times. We start at Leonard, then a team moves to Ginfield, then to Gin for the 7:45 game, and then the 9.
Right.
And then they go back to Leonard Field. It just rotates, and it's a good system because it lets the players know if there's a rain out, when they'll be playing, and they get to schedule it that way.
Right. Oh, that's good though, because usually with playoff ball, you can always count on a good contest. There's a triple out there by Bob Macaluso. I didn't want to interrupt you. He hit a shot out there, and it kind of looked like a lazy fly ball, but it just kept carrying like Ronnie Arrico's ball did earlier. And the right fielder out there, I've got him written down here somewhere. Nicky. No, that's the left fielder. No, that's the right fielder. Nicky Bowers. Looked like he was going to make the play on it, and then just went up into that tree, and he had no chance. That's a shot. Macaluso showing his glove and his bat this evening. There's a fly ball to right field, and that looks foul, and the umpire calls it out of play. There's a 2-1 count here. Anything else you'd like to say, Tony, about the league? Anything else that comes to mind that maybe the people listening might want to know about maybe getting a team involved if they would like to get involved or get
Well, if anybody would
players
like to
involved?
get involved, they can contact us at the beginning of the year.
It's a line drive base hit to right field. Go ahead, Tony.
Well, they can contact us at the beginning of the year. We have a voicemail that we use for the league. It's phone number 748-8407, and anyone interested should probably get in touch with us sometime in like January. We usually run our first meeting later in the month and start to get the ball rolling for the following season.
And how do they get in touch with you? Through the Winchester Recreation Department?
They can just leave a page on my voicemail. We have a voicemail for the league that makes it that we use for rainouts and any messages that the teams need to know.
Okay, why don't you give us that number so that we can put that out for everybody that might be interested in participating.
It's 748-8407.
748, and I'll write that down, 8407. Try to broadcast it a couple of more times, and that'll keep the ball rolling. I guess the more times you have people and teams and sponsors even interested, and know where they can get a hold of people, that sometimes keeps things going. So we'll get that number out to you a couple of more times. I want to thank the commissioner. I know he's got double duty here. He's commissioning and coaching tonight. I want to let him get back to his game. There's a ground ball to the second baseman. Bad hop goes over his head, and looks like Hummer's going to... No, he's not going to try and score, and now we got a rundown here. And there's... the rundown is botched, but nobody scores. So, yeah, the ball getting thrown around a little bit by the B division, which sometimes can happen, and that lets the inning keep going. So, there's a Veter. That's not Veter, though, now. That was...
Vetter, John Vetter.
Vetter. Sorry, I've been calling him Veter the whole game. That was Veter at second. No, Veter's at first.
It was Matt Souza that got the hit. He's going to be being substituted by Paul Daly.
Okay.
And I'm going to have to get back over there.
Right there. Thanks again, Tony.
You, Jay, for,
Great.
Helping
Thanks
out
a lot.
at the games. Thank you.
Sure, take care. Okay, there's a ground ball to the second baseman. Throw over. No chance for two there. It's Doherty hustling. We're talking about Jimmy Doherty. And fielder's choice by Souza. That'd be Doherty. And the error by Souza. So that leaves us with Albie Kale scoring, and Macaluso scoring, and Humber scoring. And erased was Vetter at second base on the ground ball by Daly, and Doherty the same way. And there's a line drive, and that's deep, and that's over the head, and that's up on the wall, and it's all you can get there. That's a ball that bounces up there, and he's hustling there, that third baseman, the new third baseman for the A team. And he looks like he's going to have two. They're still looking for that ball out there. No, there it is. It comes in now, but there's a shot out there. Wow. Doherty was a little upset. Ronnie Gray there, that's the new third baseman. And he hit a shot out there. Wow, that hit up there, and that was taken off as it bounced once up onto the wall. And on the, I don't know if you can see the tree out there. There's a tree out there that marks, and inside of that is a ground rule double, and outside of that is all you can get. Here's Breen with the pitch to Scott Queen, and that's over the left fielder's head, and he's looking for more than one, and it's a triple out of that, and that's his second hit. He hit that ball a ton. So, there's a line drive base hit, and that's going to drive in the run. 2 outs. Sokolsky doesn't try to do too much there, just gets the single. He scores. And there's Arica with the ground ball to third. Throws it over to second. And that's it, but not before. They put up a big number there. 2, 3, 7 more runs there to add to their lead, and I believe that makes it 17-5, unless I'm mistaken. So after 7, the A team pouring it on here now in the late innings. And there's going to be some defensive change out here. Guys are going to play different positions. But after 7, we have the A team leading the B team 17-5. And we're going to start looking for all-star names here, as it looks like a couple of guys are really showing through here. Albie Kale is 4 for 4. Made a couple of good plays in the field. Macaluso has played great in the field. He's 3 for 4. Scott Humber is 4 for 4. And we have a couple other guys that have been doing some good things. The position of right field has hit for the cycle. Excuse me, the position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The number 9 position in the batting order has hit for the cycle, as Asaro had a single and a double, and Ronnie Gray had a triple and a home run. There's a line drive back to Doherty, and the right fielder will be on first, as Doherty is unable to handle it. Goes off his glove, and the second baseman was backing up, was out of position, so Bowers is on first. And he plays for M&M Landscaping. So right back, the B division comes. The line drive base hit, and at the plate here is Dave Jameson, who's playing first base, and he hits a ground ball to the second baseman. And there's a nice turn, but Albie Kale cannot make the play. Kale, who comes in from left field to play first base, doesn't have his first baseman's mitt with him, though. He's got his outfielder's glove, and that might have been the difference there. I don't know, because he was in position. He made the good stretch, but the throw by Macaluso was strong, and Albie, when stretched, was a little lower on down, and the ball went just off the top of his glove. He slowed it down, so no advance possible, but the fielder's choice is all it results from Jameson's ground ball to the second baseman. Nice feed by... There's the first baseman out there, Scott Humber, who ends up in the right field. And he just kind of waves at that. I think at 17-5, you don't want to get hurt out there. So they're going to call that a double as it bounces up. And nobody puts a glove on it. So second and third, and 1 out here as Artie Welsh doubles to right field. He plays for Spuds. Excuse me, he plays for D-Dogs. Somehow we've gotten some substitutions in here that I'm not aware of. That's Artie Welsh right there. I don't know who just hit there. But I must have something mixed up here. That's a line drive base hit. And that scores a run. And they will just not go away. Artie Welsh. I don't know, must have missed somebody here, but this is a double by Welsh. And now here's Breen. He hits the ground ball back up the middle. Nice play is Breen, who does not run well. He's thrown out. Scott Queen almost with a nonchalant throw to first after the pickup by Macaluso out there at shortstop. There's a double play by Breen. But they do pick up one, and so after 7.5, 17-6, with the A division comfortably in control here. It's 7.5 innings, and at the next half inning, we're going to take a little break here. Is that right, Don? Want to take a little break? Tim MacArthur on the dangerous duty up at the top of the van looks like he could use a minute or so to rest. Okay, we're going to start with Jeff Murphy from the Pirates. Bottom of the 8th here, and A division comfortably ahead, 17-6, and he takes a strike from Breen. There's a little short there, Breen. There's a ground ball gloved by the third baseman and shortstop, I mean, Kevin Johnston. No chance to get Murphy. Throws it anyway, and the error ensues. Single and an error advance there. Really no chance for Johnston. The third baseman had cut in front of him, and he really had to make an awkward throw to even get it over there. And with Joe Gillis being a big fella, it's kind of hard to throw around him. But anyway, he did. And now Dickie Queen is at the plate. He's 1 for 4. And he hits a ground ball to second base. It's a tough hop. Still has him. Makes the throw. Second baseman over there, Brad Cowan from Spuds. I hardly think Dickie Queen has given himself up over there as he hits a ground ball to second base and moves the runner Murphy along to third so that he can score on a fly ball. And Albie Kale is perfect this evening. 2 doubles and 2 singles. He's played flawless outfield. Had a chance over at first base, but on a double play, but couldn't handle the high and hard throw there. There's a ground ball. First baseman makes the dive, but no chance. And so Albie 5 for 5. I got the score here, 17-6-04. And we have some fans crossing in the right field lines. Sauntering along. 1 out, 1 on, 1 in here in the bottom of the 8th with the A-team comfortably ahead, 18-6. There's a line shot in front of the right center fielder. And Albie Kale not hustling at this point. You're in an all-star game. You know, there's the point where you don't want to really show anybody up after you're comfortably ahead here, up by 12 runs. And Scott Humber, who's working on a perfect night, is at the plate here. Macaluso there with a single, and he's 4 for 5. There's a ground ball base hit. Tough hop for the first baseman, but nevertheless, there's no chance to. And Albie holds. Got to admire Kale there, too, because, you know, he could hustle home easy there and score the run. Kind of rubbing your face in it a little bit. And that's not what we're really here for. It's kind of a fun thing. It's supposed to be a fun experience. And they're up by a comfortable margin. There's a line drive base hit by Vetter, excuse me. And a run scores there. And he's 3 for 5 himself. Now, Paul Daly is up from Giant Glass. And the strike's called. There's a line drive, base hit to right center field. Vandy French has to jump up. There's no chance. Ball's back in. And Vetter strayed off the bag a little bit, and he was gunned down on the single by Daly. And he walks off with a big grin on his face. He knows he made a mistake. As Vetter was thrown out at second base, Vandy French gunned that ball in there and picked him off. He went around the bag just a little bit, and that's all it took. Doherty shot to left field, and he drops it out there in left field. That's that's Patrick Sullivan out there in left field. I think he plays for Azonics, if I'm not mistaken. And Humber scores. So there's a line drive by Gray. He gets it through. And Sullivan throws it in at the single by Gray, and he's 3 for 3, and he's having a good night himself. Now the bases are jammed again here, and if not for the overrun by Vetter, there'd only be 1 out. Here's Queen at the plate. He's singled and tripled. There's a fly ball to right field, and that is up there for 2. So he's singled, doubled, and tripled, and that's quite a bit of hitting there. As he hit a shot deep to left field, and then he hit a double to right field, and that was pretty deep up under that wall. And on that Daly and Doherty score. And Scott Queen is on second with two outs, and Ronnie Gray is on third. And the ball hits the plate. And there's a pop-up. Ooh, and a bobble, but the play is made by the first baseman, Dave Jameson. So no further damage, but it's a little too late now, as the A-team are flexing their muscles here, adding 6 to their 17-6 lead, and now it's 23-6. Here we are on the top of the ninth. We're going to take a little break here and be back in a moment.
Build this megaplex with a mega-sized dome and not have a team to play inside it. But they can be competitive because they do have a co-op where they can buy the drugs at the same.
Gas stations, a lot of them now are also convenience stores. They sell a lot of products.
Well, I guess I glorified that a little.
Wouldn't it be nice if everything were guaranteed like cable service?
Sorry to keep you waiting. Here's $20.
I'm sorry your table wasn't ready. Your dinner will be free.
It would be nice, but only your cable company offers you these guarantees: on-time service appointments or a $20 refund, guaranteed, and on-time installation, or it's free, guaranteed. Cable TV, new spirit, new service, satisfaction guaranteed. Too bad everything isn't guaranteed like cable service.
And we're back here on the top of the ninth, 23-6. The A division thumping the B division now here, as they have sort of taken complete control. But an error by Ron Gray at third base allows the first batter to get on, and Bob Macaluso ranging deep into left field really takes that play. And so 1 out and 1 on here, and the defense and the mechanics of the game are starting to show through. The A division strong all the way through in their lineup, starting to weigh heavily on the score here, their advantage. There's a line drive by Ganji, base hit. And Gray takes the throw in from the left fielder, Vetter. So we have first and second with 1 out. And Brad Cowan from Spuds is up here. Excuse me. Kevin Johnston from Spuds is in here. And there's a error out there in right field, and smart running by Vandy French. And somehow I've made a mistake here in my lineup, or somebody has. I don't know where I've missed a note somewhere along the line, but anyway, that was Vandy French who got on the error. Joe Gillis, who flied out to the shortstop. There's a line drive base hit by, that's Brad Cowan, the second baseman. That's bobble out there. No chance for an advance, but 2 more runs score here, and the B division just will not go away. Dickie Queen right there. Queen with a nice throw, cut off by Scotty, his brother. And Johnston wisely stayed at third. And that's kind of a demonstration of the mechanics that makes the A division so strong. Dickie threw the ball through the cutoff, and then the decision was theirs, and the first baseman, Kale, calls the cutoff because Johnston's not going. He doesn't even look to see who's making the cutoff or anything else. He just calls cut the ball, and that's what it's done. Here's the catcher. He grounds to the shortstop, Macaluso, with the play, and the ball game is over. Not to go unnoticed, the B division team puts 2 runs on, but that's not going to cut it against the powerful A division juggernaut here this evening. They had some great players out there, and it was a great game. I got to see a lot of good plays and a lot of good running plays and throwing plays and hits and some big rallies and stuff that are always an joy to watch. So we have a final here, and the final score is the A team once again victorious for the 6th straight year, 23, and the B team 8. This is Jay Hosmer at the behind the microphone with Don Cronin and his able crew, bringing you action here from Ginfield, and I believe we're going to try to put the All-Star team, the All-Star game MVP trophy or award here, which was donated by Easton Sports on afterwards. So we're going to stay with you for a few minutes. They're talking about the different players and different guys that were involved in the game. Some of the people that I'd be looking for is the 3, 4, 5 batters for the A team. I don't know if there's anybody from the B team. Johnstone played pretty good. Both shortstops are really good. But for my way of thinking, I'd be looking at either Alvy Kale or Scott or Bob Macaluso as the MVPs, but we're going to leave that up to the voters, and I'm just going to enjoy the festivities. If we can hold for just 1 second. Tony, we're just going to take a quick break here. Give me like 30 seconds, and we'll be right back.
We can tell our little brothers and sisters, do as I say, not as I do. But they won't listen. We can tell them not to smoke, but if we smoke, they will smoke. And in their minds, we'll be hypocrites. We can yell at them. We can tell them they're stupid if they smoke. We can tell them it'll make them sick, it'll make them stink. But they will do as we do. If we smoke, they will smoke.
Jay Hosmer back here at Ginfield, where we just finished up the Winchester Men's Softball League All-Star game. And with me is Tony Menounos and the All-Star MVP of the game, Bob Macaluso, played shortstop for the A Division. And Tony is going to present the award at this time.
Bob, it gives me great pleasure to present you with this year's 1997 Winchester Men's All-Star League MVP. An outstanding game tonight, defensively and offensively. As Alvy Kale has noted, he somehow makes his way into all these games.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being down here.
Just going to ask Bob a couple of questions. What's it feel like to be the MVP? You picked out all these guys, a lot of good players here.
Oh, no question. It feels very good. It's our first year, Murray Shue being down here playing. I was fortunate enough to be able to play tonight, and it feels good.
You did a great job out there in the field. You had, made some great plays out there. In fact, in the 9th inning there, the pop-up, you went way out into left field to get that. But what's some of the tough parts about playing in an all-star game like this?
Well, in a situation like that, you don't play with these guys all the time, all summer and things, so communication can be off. But me and V playing the same team, so we were right on. and that wasn't a problem catching the pop-up.
Great, that helps a lot. Okay, this is Jay Hosmer, and just again, Bob Macaluso is our MVP this year on the 1997 All-Star Game for the Winchester men's softball. Again, Tony Menounos, the commissioner, and Jay Hosmer. Want to thank Don Cronin and TV19's cablecast of Winchester men's softball and the Eastern Sports presentation. Once again, the final here tonight, 23-8. The A Division defeats the B Division. Thanks again.